Okay. Hello, everyone. He is Rosani Gibson, founder of A Road to You, and I am so glad you're here tonight with me on this phone conference, also webinar, and we are here to talk about love. So tonight I'm going to share with you 3 tips to find love, to bring love to your life. And I would like to also introduce a great friend of mine, also a life coach, Felix. Here's his book. If you are online, you can see. He wrote a book called What is Impeding You to Succeed in Life? So the title is O que te impede de vencer? This book right now is only
Portuguese.
in Portuguese, yes. But he's going to be in English soon. And I would like to introduce you to Samuel because he's going to share his thoughts and ideas and his he's going to be here also talking about love with us tonight. I also want to say thank you for you that you're here tuning in. And if you are not on live right now, maybe you're listening to this recording, you're welcome, and I really hope you can absorb all this knowledge that I'm sharing with you today. So let's share tonight 3 tips on how to find love. Do you feel lonely and left out? You are tired of internet dating and you're going out with people that are not what you expect. You feel disappointed with dating and you want to find love, but you like just burn out. No kidding, I hear you. It's really hard when we want something and we can't get. But I'll tell you what, the reason you are doing this, it's happening to you, is because you locked yourself to love. You're actually not open to love. Because love is a choice. You choose to love. You choose to be open. But let me tell you, you may be thinking, how come I locked myself? I don't remember doing this. I want to love so much. I want to have someone in my life so much. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I know you want someone in your life, but just like me, because I did the same in the past, and that's why I'm here speaking to you, because I was able to reverse this process, and I want you to do the same. Just like me, you are blind. You're like you're not seeing the truth. And I want to take this blindfold out of your eyes so that you can open your eyes and your heart and understand that love is possible. The love can happen to you. But you need to have the right mindset so that love can come. Okay? So love is here. It's all around us. Everywhere, everywhere. There's many possibilities. Anyone you want in your life, he is very close to come to your life. But you have your doors locked. You cannot see it. So you are going to be just like fooling yourself. Why? So let's say this. You say you want love, right? But you have obstacles about finding love. First obstacle is what you say, what you think, and what you feel. They are different things. So you're split. When what you think and feel and say is the same, you are living in integrity. And this is a principle that I apply for life, my personal life, my business life, my love life, and any other aspects of life. And I want you to start using this. So what you feel, what you think, and what you say has to be the same. So let me give you an example. You say you want love. Okay, but then you are sleeping across your bed. You're taking all the space in the bed. Let's say even worse, your bed is next to a wall, which means only you have access to one side of the bed. There's not two. So if you had a partner, how would he come to the bed? There's no side for him, right? If you're sleeping across on the bed, that means there's no space for somebody else to sleep with you. So that's what I mean. You say you want love, but you are doing another thing. You say you want to love, but deep inside you don't feel this. Deep inside you are afraid. Deep inside you believe that a man in your life or a woman in your life is going to match your life. Maybe your belief is that you're going to be hurt because you have been hurt in the past. All men are the same. They hurt you. So you're going to have this mindset, and then it's going to be fearful. So you feel fear, you sleep across the bed, and you say, I want love. So you see how you're split? That's not going to happen. So another example. Let's say you say you want love, but you don't have a welcoming space in your house. Let's say you really are not ready to receive another person. Let's say you don't even have space in your closet for someone to hang a shirt or something. So that's another thing that makes you split with this desire. So there's a deep desire, but then there is a block. You block it with these things that I just mentioned. Also, you have to understand that whatever is happening to you right now, your situation of being single and being alone and being sad that you don't have a loved person is already past tense. Because what happens today is the result of how you were thinking yesterday. So today is already past tense. You cannot look at today and see evidence and you say, you see, I'm alone. You see, men don't look at me. I am not lucky. Look at that other person. She has someone. I am still single. Or I only find or meet or date crappy people. I don't really have a meaningful relationship. All these people are very shallow. They don't want commitment. Oh, they're only looking for sex. All these that you're living right now is past tense. It's the result of how you're thinking, feeling, and saying. That's what caused this moment for you in your life. So right now, from today on, I want you to shift this. I want what you think, feel, and say to be the same. So you need to work on this integrity. When you have this integrity with your desire, then you're going to start opening the door. It's like opening the front door for love. Getting the space that you want. It's like, okay, I really want that in my life. So really, first thing is to clear the obstacles that you have put in your way. So count today as your day number 1 of your life changing for love. Don't look back. Don't look at the evidence. Because when you look at your evidence of why it's not working, it's like seeding it not to work. So for instance, if I believe now that doctors kill people, my mind is going to find evidence that this is right, that this is the truth. I'm going to go to the internet, I'm going to go print a list of proofs of doctors' scenarios where they hurt patients and they killed patients, and I have a case now. I think doctors kill people. Just like you may be saying, men are all the same. Men hurt me. Men don't want a serious commitment. It's the same thing. So if I say doctors save lives, it's the same belief system. I'm going to start believing on this, and I'll bring evidence about this to my life. So I'm going to find lists of cases of doctors saving lives. Doctors are like priests. They are so like saints. They are amazing. And now I have a case that doctors save lives. So if I start believing that men are wonderful, they are so romantic. Men have been abused by women because we are now all feminists. We need to soft to men now because they are lost. They don't know how to approach us anymore. So when you start seeing their side, now you think, oh my God, doctors save lives. Men are fantastic. I am the one who needs to open the door. You see the difference? So that's what you have to start a mindset to open for love from today on. So that's my first tip. Tip number 1, open for love. Clear the obstacles. Get what you think and feel and say to be the same. That means you're opening your door. Tip number 2. Pay attention to this tip number 2. Don't accept crumbles. We are very, very trained to do that. We want something and we don't have patience to wait for it to arrive. So think about this. You write a letter to someone and you put it in the mail. You have to drive your car, go to the post office if you don't have your mailbox on your house, and you have to drop that letter in the mail. You do not sit in the post office and wait for the response. You go back to your house, you do whatever you have to do with your life, And in a week or a month time, or sometimes even a year, you receive a feedback from that letter. Somebody's going to write a letter back saying thank you, saying, hey, I'm here, I read your letter. So that's what I'm saying. You've got to be patient. And because you're not patient, you're like in a hurry that this letter comes back to you fast. You stop living your life and you start opening for crumbles, for little shallowness of encounters that means nothing. So it's nothing like what you really desire, but you are so desperate and you're not understanding that what you think and feel and say is the same, that you want to like grab the first person and make him your boyfriend or your girlfriend. And that's not going to work because he is still aligned to the mindset that you had in the past. So this person that's the crumble, he has to be seen as a crumble. Okay, so I don't eat crumbles? No, you can eat crumble. But understand that it's just a crumble. It's just like nothing. It's not going to fulfill your appetite. It's not that meal you deserve. It's just a crumble. So when you commit to crumbles, you're going to have a crumble relationship. It's not going to work. So you have to understand that you are doing this. You have been doing this. You've been accepting crumbles and believing that the crumble is a meal. And it's not a meal. So you're still starving. It's not resolving your problem. And what's going to happen? You're going to crush. And when you crush, you're going to have evidence. You see, I'm not happy. You see, I cannot do this. You see, maybe that's my destiny, not to be loved. And you're going to start like collecting this evidence of misfortune events and people that you meet that have nothing to do with you, and you will be more and more like a snowball into the negativity, which will put you further and further away from love. Because love is not like that. Love is opening. Love is expansion. Love is fulfillment. Love is not crumble. But when you accept the crumble, you're going to have crumble. And you're going to think, you're going to still be hungry and you don't know why. But understand, like I said before, this is happening because the way you were thinking before today. So today, what you're seeing and what the guys that are coming to you or the girls that are coming to you, they are reflection of your mindset of yesterday. So, number 2 is don't accept crumbles. Going now to, before I go to number 3, also, be a red flag expert. Know when something's not working for you. That is a red flag. So you're seeing someone and you're able now to, okay, this is not really the person that I want in my life, but I need love and I need a hug and I need to be kissed. So I'm going to accept this little crumble just for now so that I'm receiving a message here that people are not hearing what I say. I'm going to unmute you so that I have a feedback. Are you guys hearing me? Let me know.
I can hear.
Everybody's hearing. Okay. All right. So receive a message. Somebody's not hearing. Clayton, you need to call. You need to call, right? Sorry, that okay, I'll mute you again. I just put a. Alright, so going back to the red flags, you need to spot the red flag. You need to catch the red flag. When somebody that shows up is a crumble, you need to know it's a crumble. You need to be an expert of finding out, well, this is not really for me. I deserve more. I know I want more. So that's the second tip of today. The third one is don't be obsessed about it. When you become obsessed about it, it goes back to the letter in the mail. And you're not doing anything but thinking, when is he coming? When am I going to have a relationship? Oh my God. Oh, I thought it was him. It's not him. So then you cut off or you block the flow of things. It's like being in the post office waiting for that letter. That will take some time for the person to respond. So you got to give time to time. You got to be patient and live your life. Live your life full of joy. So this is what I want to say. How can you not be desperate? How can you just, okay, I know crumble is crumble. I'm not accepting this. And I know that I have to have integrity with what I think, what I feel, and what I say have to be the same. I know that I have to work on my habits. If I say I want love, I need to clear space, and I have to make space for love, invite love in my life. Notice how I'm sleeping. Notice how my house is set up is. If I have that physical space for love, and don't be obsessed about it. So how can I not be obsessed about it? Well, engage in things that you love. So find time for love in your life. Without having the love yet that you want, you will create that space for love. So now I've mentioned about physical space, right? What about emotional space? What about space of, like you say you want love, but your agenda is filled up. You don't have time for anything. You're always in phone calls. You're always working. And then when you get home, you're tired. So you don't have space also, physical and emotional, for that love. So open that space. Create a time, even if it's an hour of your day, or 2 hours of your day, or if it's half an hour to start. But make that space for love. And what are you going to do? You're going to do something you love. Because only doing things that you love is when you attract somebody that's lovable, that has to do with you, that connects and with your energy, and it's going to be that match. And I'll tell you, this is so effective, and it happened to me. I experienced that. I was like not dating, frustrated with online dating, frustrated that I couldn't find love, when suddenly I was reading about love, I was open myself to love, and I was observing, I was blocking love to come to my life. So when I cleared all this and I got integrity with these 3 tips, I start attracting this man, attracting people. And all of a sudden, that special one came. I met Bruce on the plane. He was my passenger, and there he was. Exactly like I envisioned, exactly the personality I wanted for me. And we clicked, and everything flows after that. And I want you to have the same, and I believe you can have the same. And I know what I did to block it, and I know what I did to unblock it, and I want you to learn this now. So from today on, you're going to start focusing your life on this space, physical space to love. Create a little love corner. You can call it your love altar. Put little pictures there that resembles love. Or maybe you want to put a red candle. Lit it up. Make it alive. Create that energy in your life. Put a red rose in there, Write love letters to yourself and create a vision of that love that you want and believe in it. Get evidence that it exists. Look at people that are loving and admire them. Say, I want that for me. Don't envy them. Admire it and invite all this feeling to your love. Just surf on the deliciousness of the possibility of loving, instead of going on the other way, being frustrated and believing that love is not existing, and so. So saying yes to love is the start. Yes, I love to love. And beginning to feel this love inside of yourself by doing things that you love, you're going to be opening yourself for love. So there you have it. My 3 tips for love of tonight. I want to open now to hear your feedback. So we have some time to talk about it, and I can answer your questions and talk more about or clarify any of these things that I mentioned today. So here are my 3 tips. Open up for love, unite and be in integrity with what you think, feel, and say. And number 2 is don't accept crumbles, watch red flags. And number 3, don't be obsessed about it. Enjoy. It's like waiting for somebody to answer that letter, and trust. Okay, so now I'm going to open up for feedback. Let me unmute you all. I can hear everyone. How is it going?
I received a call from message the people cannot here Clay, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Clayton,
I can hear you.
Lisa can hear us. Clayton can hear us?
I hear you.
All right. So
Okay.
I think the connection is not. Yeah, but we cannot
Here?
Did you call Clayton? Okay, so Iago should try to answer. Iago laser.
Well, all I can say is this, so that we're going to look at today. There will be a recording of this session, so I hope you can refer to it later on.
Okay,
And
so
we're just going to move from now.
all right. So what would you like to say? Thank you very much. I appreciate you to invite me for coming here. Stuff and meet all the people. And what you think is real? I know everybody knows marriage.
Samuel Felix, are you hearing Samuel?
I hear you.
Can you hear Samuel?
I don't. Somewhere too.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can you
Okay, I can.
Okay.
Right. So the point is very important. You have to be available for have a love. You cannot to box yourself. You have to be available, and you have to have a general meeting. Right? Correct?
Yes.
General meeting. You have to be open and. However, we have to hear your mind, your words about that. And other things, other points is give you more things about your dreams. So, in my life, I learned that how much that you have, more easy you can get in your world. So, more detail. Example. I had a dream and tried to buy one car. And what kind of car you want, what brand, what color, how many doors gonna have of this car. Another this dream. So also this can do this about love and joy. So tell me what kind of people you like more details about that. That way you'll have truth, right? So other thing that I want to hear is that people want to talk about themselves. They have to try to talk to you. Exactly. I met somebody else. I would like to talk about myself, talk about me. You know,
Can I just ask if somebody has a radio and TV in the back, can you turn it off or mute yourself, please? Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry. All these people, no acceptance from it all. All you said, it's correct. This is very like looking for somebody else for love. So don't accept to crumble at all. And then when she said, leave the letter, the post office. So I mean, my understand, she talked about hotness. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so hotness. So I mean, you have to have this. I can see people when they have a hotness, but they don't do nothing, don't have any action for do something. So your love will fall in the sky. So you have to go to get there, do ladder. Anyway, so you have to do something like that. The stuff is not gonna happen just because you have a great mind. Oh, my love he's coming, my love is coming. This doesn't happen. You have to go the place for find someone else that you really want. You have an environment, the kind of people that you like. So you have to be. I think this is so amazing. This is congratulations. This is very helpful. Thank you.
I love your feedback. So important. And the part where you said listen to others. That's so important because most of the time we get into in conversations with people, not even potential lovers, but with people in general, and we already have an agenda. And our agenda is about us, it's like, okay, I need to do this, speak this, say this, and I need them to, listen to me. But we are not open to listen. So be open to listen to the other one, what the other one is talking or saying is very important. It's like mostly being present in that engagement, in that conversation. So what is that you're sharing with me? And take it like really with care, And so sometimes we're just like, okay, you're just judging. It's very much into like, let's see what you're saying. Let's see if I like you. So you're in that position instead of being open to receive and be curious in a state of curiosity about what the other person is saying. So by that you become like this recipient of this container of, okay, I'm here, I am holding your truth. I have this container that you can come here and talk to me. I am this container. So it's different than saying, stop, hear me now. So then there's no engagement, right?
Exactly.
Very well put.
And I'd like to tell something as well. Most of the people, they have an affair, correct?
Affair?
For
people have affair?
For like, I don't want to commit any mistake, correct?
I don't want to commit any mistake.
Commit any mistake. So you don't be worried for this. You have to make a choice in your life.
Mm-hmm.
So please don't go there. Otherwise, you're never gonna happen.
Right. So take risks.
Yeah, take risks.
Just
exactly.
don't be afraid of just engaging to things that you may not maybe right, maybe not be right. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's great. And I remember when we were having the Portuguese talk, you asked me, Rosane, is it possible to what was the question?
To be alone. I'd like to know if it's possible to be alone or no love anybody else.
Yeah. Let's say we don't find love, and maybe I'm not really ready for love. Is it okay to be alone and is it possible to just not have love and be happy, right? That was the question. And my answer is yes. And actually that's the first point, that's the first part. You need to be able to love yourself first. But to love yourself is not the same as being narcissistic about yourself or being selfish. It's not that. It's about coming from an inside nurturing self-love. And actually, we'll be recording some movies tomorrow, and it's going to be about love this month. So I'm going to be recording a movie about self-love. How do you love yourself, and how do you nurture this love for the others, and how you find romantic love, like we're talking today. So it needs to come from that place in your heart where you nurture that feeling. And how do you do that? It's not only about doing things that are satisfying for you. Not only that, that's really important, but it's really like coming from a point where I read this book called The Honeymoon Effect. Falling in love with yourself first. Because when you do that, when you really love yourself and you take care of yourself, like asking this question, what would I do if I really love myself right now? Or what do people that love themselves do right now? So let's say somebody invites you to go to a place. Ask yourself, shall I say yes? Shall I say no? Well, what would somebody that loves oneself do? Oh, somebody would say no. Okay, so no. So because I love myself, I am more important than anything else. Because if you don't have this love centered in you, it's going to be very hard to love another. You're always going to be into the pretending love. Oh, I think I love him, and it's pretending. It's not really a love that comes from inside on. So I wanted to start experiencing this self-love, this love of like, you are so important. I so feel love for myself, that I have so much love that it becomes radiant. and people notice you, and you become this like a attraction pole. Everybody say, hey, what are you on, you know, or it's so cool to be around you because you have the love. So that's all that is, right?
Exactly, because the life, I mean, the life is too short for to live that way. So you never to depend on somebody else for to have a great life. You have to do yourself. You have to do. I think this is really true.
Right. So I'm muting again because I had to mute because there's so much noise. But I'm gonna mute again. Do you have any questions?
Okay.
Everybody heard well?
Yes.
All right. Moment. But this isn't Can you hear us?
Yes. I don't hear you.
I'm gonna say, Rosanna, she said, talk about know yourself, when you know by yourself. So you need to know by yourself.
You want to know yourself. You need to know yourself.
You know,
Yeah, and the way to use yourself too.
yeah, you know, I think so because this is the first step you have to take. I mean, you have to know yourself first, and that way you have to find other environment. If you know who you are, so you can decide who you are.
So that's a very important question. I was saying, do you know who you are? Do you know yourself? Because only by knowing yourself you can know what you want. You can know your values, your desires, and have that clear picture.
And you can find the kind of people, and you can find the kind of people who is the same as you.
Yes.
Or,
yes. So it's like tuning up to a radio station. If you're confused, you're going to be in the radio station of confused people. If you're clear, you're going to be in the radio station of clear people. It all comes from here first. Remember when we talked about the vote? If somebody has a TV on or a radio on, turn it off.
yeah, there is just something nice behind.
So popular, right? Yeah, so it all comes from intention. Remember, we're talking about also in the talking about like being on a boat. We're on a boat, but if you don't have control, right, of the you know, I forgot the name first. You don't have control of that part. You will be the boat to go wherever you want to go. You can be stuck somewhere where you can be just going in another direction. I mean, going on that one in another board, I think.
When I read about one girl and one cat, she said she was lost, and then she told, and then she told yes, you can help, yes, which one has what you have and she back with another question, and he said, what's your goal? You know, what matters to you? And then she say, I don't know, I'm just lost. This is the point. And the cat say, if you don't know where you're going, where is your goal, doesn't matter. Take it.
Look at the
You know,
world
I
with
think this is the point. You
curiosity.
have a choice.
Discover
It's a
love.
good thing. You have a choice.
Because love is
The good
everywhere.
thing is making your choice.
Love
Alright?
is all over you.
This is a choice for you.
You just have to open
So if you
your
don't
eyes.
make your choice, if you don't know where you're going, first you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. And if you don't choose for yourself, somebody else will
Find
choose
love.
for you. And then you can say, oh, you know, you're going to be the victim of the
Love
situation.
in
But you
things,
need to be very
in love.
clear about what you want and the vision of that person you want in your life.
All you need to do
When somebody
is
comes
invite
and
love.
it's not exactly that, you know, it's not the one yet. So it goes back to that thing. So, anybody else want to say anything? Ask your question.
I don't understand about the letter. What to do with the letter when we write?
The letter, the example we told about the letter is like when you write a letter, right, and you put the letter in the mail, you go back to your home and you go do your stuff, right? You don't stay in the post office waiting for the answer, do you? Right?
And you give the mail with the same address, our address, your address.
When you send a letter, okay, you wait for somebody to write back to you. But you don't stay in the post office waiting for the letter. Right? You send the letter.
Okay.
As an example, an illustration to say, you want somebody and you think about who you want and you think it out. You don't wait for it to come right away. It takes some time. So that's what I said. So that was like an example to illustrate the thing about don't be obsessed about it. Just let it happen. Okay?
Okay. Understand now.
Awesome. Anybody else has any comments?
Where's Patricia? Patricia, she watching TV.
I'm here, I'm just watching. I'm just listening.
I'm sorry?
Oh, okay, all right. So that's if you're not in that if you're not in that position where you can say yes, I have experience of what I know that God is coming to. Just know that you have to change your mindset. You have to work with it. And Samuel and I, we are both coaches, and we want to invite for a complimentary session with us. The meal with Samuel, you can choose it, and to talk about it and to design something for you, just a complimentary session where you can have like a push on this area, okay? Because we love to serve, we want to see you do it, and that's the purpose of this meeting today.
Great.
So we'd like to kind of give a closure here and say that just me and Samuel, we are here to help you. And if you like, you can have a free complimentary session with us. We would love to give you like that jump start, you know, that push so you can get in the right track. Also, if you're hearing this conference after the real time, if you're just hearing the recording, it's also valid for you. Just give us a call or send us an email. Yes, I want to have a complimentary session. We're open for that for you. And with that said, Samuel, have anything else to add?
So thank you, everybody. I'm so glad to meet you guys here. I'd like to meet Patricia personally. She stays very close to here.
Right.
I'd like to meet
Marilisa, when you Marilisa is in Rio.
Okay,
Rio de Janeiro.
So, and by the way, my email will be there on the Facebook, her Facebook. So feel free to contact me wherever you want.
Yes, and here, if you're in Brazil, you can buy Samuel's book, which is called O Que Te Impede de Vencer, Samuel Felix, okay? And that'll be good. Samuel, he's specializing in business coaching, right?
Exactly.
Yes, and we're here sharing love with you.
Exactly.
So I'm going to unmute a little bit more so to hear from you before we say goodbye. Anybody? Everybody else okay? Good?
Okay, goodbye. And it was important for me because ideas that I can use are very, it's very practical. We can do now if you want.
Awesome. So it's like now you have some tools you can work on, right, Marilisa? Now you have ideas. Yes, great. I can't wait to hear from you, to know what's happening. So don't be relax and do this homework. I tell you, don't pressure yourself. Do the homework. Relax. Let it happen. Let love happen.
Yes, sweetie.
Good night, guys. Bye-bye.